Hello, everyone. The first thing I would like to do is introduce our newest board member, Member Stewart. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. Invocation. Okay, we'll first start with the invocation. Yes. Okay.
All rise.
Okay. And the pledge United States of America and to the republic by which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll now have the roll call and determination of a quorum.
Chair Lowry, absent. Member Odom,
Here.
Member Lewis,
Here.
Member Mirza,
Here.
Member Bandor,
Present.
Member Mann,
Present.
Member Stewart. Quorum is met.
Thank you. We now have the swearing in of the officers and/or witnesses.
All right, please stand and raise your right hand if you're going to speak tonight. Do you and each of you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to present shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Next order of business will be the reading of the consent agenda.
Good evening, Madam Chair and board members. I'm Doug Gaines, Assistant Director of Support Services. We have 3 for dismissal or in compliance, and that's 2020-01729, 2020-01788, and 2020-01789. We have 3 for continuance. The first one is 2020-01742. That one actually is going to be going to our special magistrate. That's a commercial case. 2020-01793 and 2020-01794.
Okay, thank you.
I second.
Okay, I would like to have a motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the minutes to,
The consent agenda as presented by the city?
yes, provided by city.
Second.
Okay. Okay, I have a motion on the floor to accept the consent agenda by Member Mann and,
Second.
okay, second by, and
Member
se-
Lewis.
Member Lewis.
Lewis, Member Lewis. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Okay. This, I'm kind of stuck on something.
We're moving on to section 3.
I'm sorry.
Regular cases.
Moving on to section 3 on the
Oh.
second page.
Okay. Okay, we'll move on to the hearing portion. Okay, section 3, the hearing portion, to hear cases. Okay. Okay. The first case to be heard.
Bob Seegers, Code Enforcement Officer, City of Ocoee. Reference City of Ocoee case 2020-01501. The location of the violation is 2525 Ocoee Reserve Court, Ocoee, Florida. On April 10th, I observed work without permit, new pavers and slab in the backyard as patio, and I'll submit exhibits A and B. On May 13th, a notice of code violation was issued and mailed to the property owners as identified by Orange County tax records as Sean A. and Denise D. Poron Mall. The notice was for violation of code number 51-13 and allowed the property owners until June 7 to correct the violation and comply with the code. Code 5113 states, permits required. It shall be a violation of this chapter for any person to do any work related to building or other type of construction work without first obtaining a permit therefore from the building department. On June 30, I re-inspected the property and observed non-compliance, and on July 21, a statement of violations, notice of hearing, and proof of service were sent certified and regular mail to the property owners by the board clerk. On August 6th, the property was posted, and a second posting was placed inside the lobby at City Hall with 24-hour public access. On today's date, August 25, the property is re-inspected and remains in non-compliance. The city is requesting a compliance time of 10 days, followed by a fine of $50 per day thereafter if found non-compliant.
What's the city's recommendations?
10 days and $50 per day.
Okay.
Isn't there a distinction that if the work is done by the property owners, then they still have to get the permit, or
Yes, yeah.
at any amount, any dollar values, or it has to be certain dollar values?
There may be some that are waived, but, or mulching doesn't require a permit, but any slab and a certain amount of pavers does require a permit. And I checked with the building department.
Okay.
And how much is a permit fee?
Well, that's up to the building department. It may be based on the value of the project, but I'm not sure, it varies.
For something like this, it'd be $25.
Okay. So they exceeded the number of pavers or slabs?
That's a clear violation.
Oh, okay. So it's the patio, I see. Okay.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to make a motion.
Okay. Oh, yes.
I move that in case number 2020-01501, the board, what is it? Where is it? I lost my word. I'm sorry.
Third form, third one is right there.
The respondent be found in violation of the code as cited. And, what date was it? Let's see, 10 days. And, given,
As of May 7th,
May 7th.
2020?
as of May 7th, 2020, okay. And be given 10 days, and let's see, what does that put us at?
It's going to be this, it will have to be the 7th, September 7th.
September 4th? Is that correct? September 4th, 2020, to come into compliance or be fined $50 a day for violation until found in compliance.
Second.
No, today is 26th, and 10 days, 1, 2, 3,
This one.
oh, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be
You're
right.
right.
Okay. Okay, I have a motion before the board in case number 2020-01501 by member Bamber and second by member Lewis. that the respondent be given until September, what's the date? September 4th.
Yeah, today is 26,
No, it's the 25th.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I move to amend the motion before the board to strike September 4th
Okay.
and replace it with September 6th.
That is a Sunday? Okay.
That being 10 days following
2020?
It's almost,
2020.
Is there a second on the motion?
I second it, Madam Chair.
So
Oh,
you're going to vote on that first,
You gonna
and then
vote
you'll
on it?
vote on the second.
okay,
I
yeah.
mean, then you'll vote on the first motion. As
Oh.
amended if this passes.
Vote on the first one.
No, you're going to vote on the
Okay.
amendment.
Okay, I have a motion, amended motion by member Stewart, and case number 2020-01501, that the respondent be given until September 6th,
Yes. To amend the date for compliance
Okay.
to,
to amend the date for compliance to the violation to September 6th.
2020.
2020. Okay. All those in favor, say aye. Oppose?
Okay, now you vote on the original motion made by Mr. Bandor with Mr. Stewart's amendment.
Okay. What?
So you have a motion on the floor that was made and seconded
Okay.
to find the respondent in violation as of May 7th, 2020, and to give them until September 6th, 2020 to come into compliance or be fined $50 a day until compliance.
Okay. We now have a motion on the board in case number 2020-01501 by member Dander, but as amended by member Stewart, that the respondent be given until September 6, 2020, to comply or be fined $50 per day until in compliance.
No,
No.
she's just
I'm just,
doing a brief synopsis of what the motion
right.
was.
That got confusing. Okay, we'll take a vote on that. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay. The next case before the board is case number 2020-01641 by Officer Rodriguez. Okay.
Good evening. For the case 2020-01641, Officer Rodriguez. For the address of 410 East Lakeshore Drive, on June 9th of 2020, we received a walk-in complaint through Golf Pilot with a trailer in the driveway, junk and debris on the porch in the backyard. On June the 10th of 2020, I inspected the property and found the trailer on the driveway and overgrown grass. On June the 10th of 2020, a notice of code violation was mailed to Sean P. Cantu at 410 East Lakeshore Drive, Ocoee, as identified by the Orange County Property Appraisal, for the violation of the ordinance number, Chapter 115, nuisance, B, excessive weed and gross growth. Also, we have the Article 6, Design and Performance Standards, 6-4, H6B. He was given up to June the 20th of 2020 On June 22nd, I re-inspected the property, finding it not in compliance with the city. On July the 2nd, 2020, the notice of hearing was mailed, and it was continued to the August meeting. I got another exhibit, because between June the 23rd to August the 10th, there was different trailers that he was bringing around. So I got exhibit C, D, D, E. So it was going on and on and on. Then he brought an RV. The RV was still there. This today. It's kind of dark because it was only, this is July. Yeah, that was in July the 20th. On the side, you can see, excuse me, the grass, the overgrown grass. Yes, and here the trailer again. The RV and the little smaller trailer they had in the back. On July the 2nd of 2020, the notice of hearing was mailed, but it was continued to August meeting. On August the 4th of 2020, the order of continuance was mailed and received on August the 5th. As of today, is not in compliance with the city, and it's the city recommendation to come into compliance on September the 6th, and thereafter, if not in compliance, $50 per violation.
Say that again, last year?
$50 up to September the 6th, $50 per violation.
Actually, real quick, just to be clear on that, we're doing $50 per violation as they're cited here, not necessarily for each item that was brought onto his yard?
No, it's only one violation per trailer.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes.
I move that in case number 2020-01641, that the respondent is found in violation of codes as cited as of June 20th. and- June 20th,
2020.
2020, and after the compliance date of September 6th, be given to come into compliance or be fined $50 a day, per violation, until found in compliance.
Okay. Can we get a second?
Second?
Okay, we have a motion before the board in case number 2020-01641 made by Member Mann and seconded by Member Mercer, that the respondent be given until September 6, 2020 to come in compliance or be fined $50 per day.
Per
Uh,
violation.
Per violation. Is there any discussion?
Did we read the compliance date in that motion?
September 6th.
Okay, well, with that, we'll have a vote on the motion. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, the next case we'll hear is case 2020-01801 by Officer Lofa.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Case number 01801 is regarding multiple citizen complaint for a junk vehicle and a junk box truck, both parked on the grass in the backyard, and that's at 568 3rd Avenue off of Adair Street. I observed this on July 17th. On the same date, a violation notice was posted at the location and sent out certified delivery by the clerk for violation of 165-3A regarding the vehicles being untagged, and 168-6C for being parked on the grass. The violation notice was sent out to the property owner. I can't pronounce their name, but as identified on official records. The notice provided until July 31st, which was also the reinspection date, and it was non-compliant. On August 14th, a notice of hearing was sent out to this meeting, posted at the location in the City Hall lobby foyer, and sent out certified mail by the board clerk. As of this date, the violation remains non-compliant. City is requesting $15 a day per violation and a 15-day time period.
Okay, 15 days.
So let me, the description for 165-3A and 168-6C is exactly the same. So what's the difference?
They shouldn't be the same. Is that how it came out on your paperwork?
Yes.
Okay. 168-6C is for vehicle parked on an unimproved surface, unsurfaced, unimproved, and 165-3A is our standard inoperable vehicle without a tag.
Okay, so okay. All right, so Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes.
Okay, I move that in case number 2020-01801, the respondent be found in violation for the code as cited as of July 31st, 2020, and be given 15 days to come into compliance or be fined $50 per day per violation until found in compliance. Yes.
Okay. You said, what was the date? I'm sorry, I did not. 11th, okay. Okay, can I get a second? Okay. Okay, we have a motion before the board in case number 2020-01801 made by Member Mirza and seconded by Member Mann, that the respondent be given until September 11th, 2020, to come in compliance or be fined $15 per day per violation until found in compliance.
Did you say 15 or 50?
I said 50.
5-0?
1-5.
1-5.
Okay, what did you ask? What is it?
$15.
1-5.
1-5.
Okay, my
He
fault.
said 50.
Yes, the master is
He
making,
said 1-5.
yes,
There we go.
Okay, is there any discussion before we vote?
Yeah, I just have one quick question. I seem to be screwing up here on the math. 15 days seemed to, for me, was September 9th. How did we
No,
get the 11th? Are we not counting the 30th and 31st for some reason, or is that,
Well, September 6th was 10 days, so
Yeah.
September 11th would be 15 days.
it's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 would have been the 4th, and then the 15th would have been the 9th. I'm sorry, am I doing math wrong here?
So 1, 2, 3, 4,
Did somebody
5,
forget
6,
Saturday and
7, 8,
Sunday?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You're actually right. We are using calendar
Is
days.
the city all right if it's 17 days or?
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fine.
I just wanted to clarify. Everybody's doing math here, and I'm not coming up with the same.
That's all right, man.
Sorry.
Get the math right.
Lack of flexibility.
Okay, well,
We're okay with the date.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay, it's
That's
fine.
fine.
okay, so it will,
And that was discussion, so all you need to do is call the vote if there's no more discussion.
okay, if there's no more discussion, All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
It's been me the first time. Okay. Okay. The next case to come before the board is case number 2020-01803, presented by Officer Loeffler.
This location is right around the corner from the last case. This is 595 2nd Avenue in Ocoee, Florida. And on the same date, July 17th, from the same complainant. This is the backyard, and it's a corner lot, and that's visible from Adair Street without a fence. And that was on the 17th, where I observed these two untagged, inoperable vehicles parked upon a rear yard grass lot. I only cited them for inoperable, untagged vehicle, which is 165-3A. On the same observation date, I also posted a notice of code violation at the location and sent it out certified mail to the board by the board clerk. And that was for 165-3A to the property owner, Travis Levon Hall. He was given until July 31st to remove the vehicles or repair them, make them operable, and relocate them to paved surfacing. On August 3rd, a reinspection revealed noncompliance. On August 14th, a notice of hearing to this meeting was sent out, certified delivery, posted at the location and posted at the City Hall lobby foyer. As of this date, it remains non-compliant. The city is requesting a fine of $15 per day if not compliant with a 15-day time frame.
That's
And
1-5?
Yeah, 1-5. And that one would be over on September 9th if you so choose that date.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, like this is straight.
Okay.
You still would like to
Can I make the motion?
Oh,
You got two motions.
okay.
Okay. All right, today is my day.
All right, good.
I move,
Yes, please.
I move that in case number 2020-01803, the respondent be found in violation as of cited on July 31st, 2020, and be given 15 days, meaning September 9th, to come in compliance or be fined $15 per day per violation until found in compliance.
Second.
And that's 2020, correct?
Sorry.
2020?
2020.
2020, yeah.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion before the board in case number 2020-01803, made by Member Mirza and seconded by Member Bander, that the respondent be given until September 9th to come in compliance or be fined $15 per day until found in compliance. Is there any discussion? If not, we'll take a vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay. Next case to come before the board is 2020-01815, made by Officer Loeffler.
This case is at 1508 Jemima Avenue. And this is a citizen-generated complaint regarding just tall weeds and grass on the yard, side yard, front yard easement, backyard. On July 21st, I did observe what the complainant said. Tall weeds and grass, front, side, everything. A violation notice was sent out also on the 21st and posted at the location. That's even in Exhibit A right here. And that was for a violation of 115-3B, overgrown tall weeds and grass. They were given until July 27th to comply with the codes as cited. On July 28th, the property was re-inspected and found non-compliant. A notice of hearing to this meeting was sent out, certified delivery, posted at the location and in the City Hall lobby with 24-hour public access. And that was sent to the Shepherd Family Trust. That's the property owner as identified by county records. As of this date, the grass is even taller. I went by today hoping that it wasn't, but it's even taller than the pictures. So the city's requesting $15 per day, 1-5, or 15 days. And that would also be due on September 9th.
No. Oh, okay.
Question, is anybody occupying? the
Oh,
property
yes,
Yet?
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Also,
I'm familiar
this-
with him, which is why there was a shortened compliance.
Oh, okay. Also, is there a HOA? I mean, do we?
No,
No HOA?
No,
Okay.
ma'am. It's a very old established neighborhood.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Chairman? I'd like to
Yes.
Make a motion.
Okay.
I move that in case number 202001815, that the respondent found in violation for the code cited, as of the July 27, 2020 compliance date, and be given until September 9th, 2020, to come into compliance or be fined $15 per day for the violation until found in compliance.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion before the board in case number 2020-01815, made by member Vander and seconded by member Mercer. Oh, this mess. That the respondent be found, given until September 9th to come in compliance or be fined $15 per day until found in compliance. Is there any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. The next case to come before the board is case number 2020-01821, presented by Officer Loeffler.
The reason there's only one photograph in the exhibit is the good news is we're only addressing one of the codes before you. So that's going to be 43-7A1 for the audible noise nuisance of roosters. On July 22nd, at several citizen-generated complaints by the same person next door and from the police department, a box truck apparently arrived at 1208 Adelaide Court and unloaded a ton of roosters and chickens. And one of the neighbors nearby actually does telemarketing and can't even use the phone. I arrived there on the same date, July 22nd, and heard. Usually I have to sit and wait for the rooster, but I didn't have to. There was a lot of them. So these other things that were here were all taken care of. There was empty beer bottles, tall weeds and grass. The box van was blocking the sidewalk, but that's all taken care of. So a violation notice was sent out on also the same day, and I posted it at the location. That's it right there on the picture. And that was a case, we're just here for 43-7A1. I re-inspected the property on 8/3. I gave them till July 31st. As of today, I went by and it's still full of roosters making noise, and the complainant is not happy to. I talked to them. A violation notice was posted on 8/14 at the City Hall lobby, at the location, and sent out certified mail by the clerk. And unfortunately, as of today, it's non-compliance.
And what are your recommendations?
I have a question.
Just,
In terms of, I just want to be clear on this. In terms of the roosters being on in Ocoee, is that a violation, an ordinance violation?
The ordinance violation is the noise nuisance.
Okay, so if it was a farm, how would that play out?
It wouldn't be in a residential zoned
I
area.
understand. Okay, that's all I want.
Okay.
okay.
So just to reiterate again, from the city, there is no ordinance barring the presence of fowl or the rooster itself.
No.
It's the noise that it's making.
And odor.
Correct.
The nuisances are
public
noise
nuisance.
and odor.
Residential neighborhood.
Correct.
Do you want to maybe read that section for them?
Yeah.
And we also have to be able to prove that it belongs to a certain property. If they're free roaming, there's nothing we can do about it. It's like ducks or squirrels.
Okay. That is very
I'm
interesting.
still struggling with the physical evidence. We always have some kind of visual, evidence to support the
Right.
case. In this case, I'm just
It's
seeing.
just going to be my sworn testimony.
Sorry?
It's going to be my sworn testimony.
Yes.
He's under oath. He has
Mhm.
sworn testimony.
He's an officer.
No, I'm not questioning, I'm just,
Yeah, no, that is evident. And you certainly can weigh his credibility based on, what he heard from his report.
Well, I believe we have to take the officer in good faith. I mean, that's why he's sworn. He's sworn duty. I believe the judge situation, not the.
I did take an audio, but it was too big of a file to send. so-
Okay.
Does that-
Please
does that
read the
impact
the-
someone, though?
Does the board want to hear the code?
Yes, please.
Not really, but I was curious, sometimes they have,
Yes.
noise meters with the.
Oh, I think because our code specifies barnyard animal noise, it doesn't matter about the meter.
Okay.
again, I'm not,
Real quick
Just
before
a
we
minute.
answer that, no, right?
Read that, just a point of clarification and to protect the city on the enforcement here. The audio file clip gets archived somewhere.
Right.
In the official records, correct? Does it?
I can do that, yes, sir.
Okay, yeah.
So you're gonna audio do it?
No, he already.
He already has.
Record, okay, so you record it verbally as well.
With the iPhone.
Okay.
And we just make sure.
Okay, I just
that
want to know the process of how to do it.
We
Yes.
just make sure the recording gets entered into the record,
Yeah,
however it's done.
as an officer, you have a copy, right? You have like 3 copies of it. When you write it out, there's like a copy you give to.
Actually, it's
It's a copy that goes here,
correct.
right?
Well, these aren't citations. I mean, he does under the statutes, what he gives out is a notice of code violation and then a notice of hearing, and that gets sent certified mail, or it gets posted, depending, or it can be hand-delivered, depending, you know.
Right, but to his question, he's
But-
saying, how's it recorded?
No,
I'm
no.
talking about the audio.
He meant an audio recording.
Oh, and that's on his phone, right?
Right.
Correct.
Okay.
But then he transfers it, the city clerk is gonna retain it as part of the whole case file until the city clerk can get rid of it under the retention schedule.
Gotcha.
So was there any reason why they did not remove the?
I have no idea.
They never responded to that?
No, sir. I did try to make contact on that day, and they opened the door and snagged that thing and closed it. Didn't talk to me. so.
Okay, okay.
All right, Madam Chairman, I'd like to.
That,
make a
no,
motion.
no.
What?
Were you going to read the portion of
Oh,
the?
sure.
Yeah,
Please.
thank you.
Mhm.
And this is 43-7. It doesn't say the other part here, A1, but, oh, yes, it does. A, the keeping or maintenance of fowl or other barnyard animals within residential zoned areas of the city is declared to be a nuisance under the following circumstances. One of those is number 1, if the keeping or maintenance of such fowl or barnyard animal creates excessive noise or noxious odors which unduly annoy, harass, or oppress the surrounding community.
Okay,
That's it.
thank you. Okay, and just one moment,
Giving us a recommendation on
just,
Yes.
timeframe and
15 days,
oh,
$15, until September 9th.
okay. You said 15 days
$15.
and $15. Okay. Just a moment, please. Yes, ma'am. It already stated. Okay. No, he had already stated he was going to make a
I'll make
motion.
a motion.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, Madam Chairman.
Yes,
Can you make a motion?
yes, please.
I move that in case number 202001821, that the respondents be found in violation for the code 437A1. And given, and cited as of the compliance date July 31st, 2020, and be given until September 9th, 2020, to come into compliance or be fined $15 per day for the violation until they come into compliance.
Okay. Can I get a second?
Did they ask for the
Okay.
11? I thought they asked for the 11.
No.
The 9th, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, we have a motion before the board in case number 2020-01821, made by member Bander and seconded by member Mann, that the respondent be given until September 9th to come in compliance or be fined $15 per day until found in compliance. Is there any discussion?
Can I have a question. I'm still struggling with a couple of things. First of all, I'm not questioning, I know you are under oath, but you said vehicle blocking pedestrian sidewalk. There should be some usual evidence of a
Yeah,
vehicle.
but we're not, they came into compliance with that. We're only addressing the audible noise. They came into compliance with all the rest.
There's only the first one.
So we are only going 43-7?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure if.
That's okay.
Oh, yes, hang on.
Okay. If there isn't any more discussion, I would like to do a vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next case to come before the board is case number 2020-01862, presented by Officer Loeffler.
The physical location of this, according to official records, has no address number. It is strictly FORTANINI Circle, which is in the West End Bay Townhomes area over by the high school. And this is community property owned by the Towns of West End Bay Community Association Incorporated, who is the violator. And this was on July 28th. We received a complaint about an expired tag vehicle with low tire pressure and debris on it occupying a parking spot that should be occupied by somebody who lives there. So basically, it's an inoperable, by our standards, junk car on private property.
Okay.
A violation notice was sent out on the same date, the 28th, with a copy posted to the entrance shack that is unmanned for the homeowners association at their gate, and sent out certified delivery to the Towns of West End Bay Community Association, and that is for our standard 165-3A for a vehicle with an expired tag. They were given until August 11th. And we received 2 more complaints on it in the meantime. On August 12th, we re-inspected the location, and the vehicle was still in the parking spot, still had an expired tag. A lot of mulch and stuff underneath of it from water flow. Because it was non-compliant, a notice of hearing was posted at the guard shack that's not manned, owned by the association at the entrance, and in the City Hall foyer with 24-hour public access, and sent out certified mail to the Towns of Weston Bay Community Association. It still remains there as of today. And the complainant actually approached me today while I was there to see what I had done, and I told him it was being presented today. So the city is asking for $15 per day and 15-day time frame to comply, to have the vehicle removed.
Just one question.
Mhm.
In terms of this HOA situation, I want to be clear about that. Who gets fined in that situation?
That would be the HOA, the same as the property owner of a house. It'd be the property owner,
Typically,
Not the HOA itself.
the entity.
yeah. Typically, when they plat a development, I'm assuming this was a plat, I think, they keep certain areas that there's gonna be common elements, property where they also put, right-of-ways sometimes if it's private, utilities, et cetera, playgrounds. So any property that is owned by the community association, including the property where this truck is, they would get fined.
But not the property owner.
Well, if they end up, no. But the property owners do own, all of them own a share of, they do own the,
Well, this is what I'm not clear about. HOAs, you pay the community pays a fee to the HOA.
the HOA is the property owner, it's the legal owner. They're the ones that are gonna have to pay the fine.
Okay, got it.
They can tow it also.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Get it out
have
of
any,
I mean,
I wasn't clear about the.
How they collect the money to pay the fine is up to them, okay?
yeah.
No, I didn't ask that.
So just to be clear, the complaint is actually against the HOA.
Right.
Yes,
And the,
it's a junk
no
vehicle.
one has reached out or tried to make any communication? They just,
Nope, hopefully when they get their paperwork from the fine, maybe it'll be gone.
okay, and this is from August 11th.
Would it not be
Oh.
prudent to check who the vehicle's registered to?
No.
I did
Can't
not
do
do that. Actually, the police turned this over to us, and I can't do that, so.
That's correct. The police first got involved, but they cannot handle this because it's private property. They can only tag and look at vehicles that are on public streets.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have the capability to look at cars.
Okay.
So, also, just to be clear, since we don't have a location address, where we sent it to, was that based off of?
Oh, it does have an assigned strap, it does have a parcel ID.
Right.
It officially doesn't have a number, so when you make your order, it will go
But
automatically.
where we mailed it?
But the
was that
notice
the
went-
agent with the
To
Secretary of
the
State?
gate.
Yeah,
Went to the registered agent's address, correct?
correct.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes,
The
okay.
parcel ID for
Good
this
question.
property is 0622 28 86 57 00001. That is the parcel ID and of the legal address of the property.
Okay.
And is there a legal mailing address?
The legal mailing address is 2870 Cheshire,
There you go.
Scherer Drive, Suite 100 in St. Petersburg, Florida.
That is where it was sent.
Yeah.
That's legally where we send it.
Okay.
So typically, a HOA would have a management company, so there was no,
Doesn't matter, under chapters 162, they're required to send it to the
owner.
registered agent if the
Okay.
owner is an incorporated entity, and they can also copy their primary
Exactly.
mailing address.
Okay,
The city's,
okay.
the city's recommendation is $15
Same
after
as-
15 days.
Correct.
Okay.
Madam Chair,
Yes,
I move that in case 2020-01-862, the respondent be found in violation for code as cited as of August 11th, 2020, and be given until September 9th, 2020, to come into compliance or be fined $15 per day
I have a,
This one.
okay, I have a motion before the board in case number 2020-01862 that the respondent be found.
Madam Chair, I'm going to second that motion just officially.
Okay, I'm sorry, Member Mercer had seconded, okay.
Oh, he did.
Yes, he did.
Didn't hear it.
Yes, it's the mass. Okay, now I have to start all over. I have a motion before the board by Member Stewart and seconded by Member Mirza in case number 2020-01862 that the respondent be found in violation as cited and shall be given until September 9th to come into compliance or be fined $15 per day until found in compliance.
Point of clarification,
Yes.
did we read the compliance date just back into that motion?
Yeah, she said September 9th. She didn't say the 2020, but you did in the motion, which is
Okay.
where it matters.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. If there's no other discussion, I would take a vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, our next case, case number 2019-01127, presented by Officer Loeffler.
This is other business.
Mhm.
That's non-compliant, order imposing fine.
Bottom.
Yeah.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion in case 2019-01127 that the board imposes a fine as of $25 per day. As of
August 13th, 2020?
August 12th, August
No,
13th, August 13th, 2020, as previously set by the board.
Okay. Okay, I have a motion in case number 2019-01127 that the officers, excuse me, that the respondent be found in violation
No.
as of,
No. To
I
impose
mean,
fine.
I'm sorry, that the, let me start again. In case number 2019-01127, the board imposes fines as of August 13th, 2020, as previously set by this board, as presented by Member Lewis and seconded by Member Mirza. Okay, and with that, we'll take a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Okay, the next case before us is case number 2020-01282, presented by Officer Diaz or Loeffler.
Officer Diaz is not here this evening, but that case is in compliance. We ask that no fines be assessed. We thank the homeowners.
Okay.
And you don't need to take any action.
Right. Okay, and that concludes the cases before.
There's one more.
One more.
Oops. Okay,
1633?
I'm sorry. I have it. Okay. I apologize for that. The last case to come before the board is case number 2020-01633, presented by Officer Loeffler.
Unfortunately, that is non-compliance, and the city's requesting order imposing fine and lien.
Okay. Okay. Okay, well, I will intone a motion. Oh, you have to
I'd
speak.
like to make a motion.
Okay, yes.
I move that the case number 2020-01633, the board impose the fine as of August 13th,
Mhm.
2020. August 13th, 2020, $25 per violation, as previously set by this board.
Okay. Can I get a second? Okay. Okay. The motion before the board in case number 2020-01633 is that that the board imposes fines as of August 13th, 2020, as previously set by this board. The motion was presented by Member Mirza and seconded by Member Stewart. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that concludes the cases coming before the board. I will now take comments.
No comments?
Okay.
No comment.
No comments.
We just have one quick request for clarification. When you are citing two code violation, make sure the description has some differentiation, just like the one we discussed earlier, 01801. We have two code violation, 165-3-A and 168-C, 168-6C, and the starting description is the same. I know there is.
Yeah, it was just a mistake on the case history.
It's a typo, basically.
So
It
that
went
would
out
be-
to the citizen correctly. We
Okay.
apologize for that.
Okay, thank you.
Also, because, okay, thank you, but one other request, I was just thinking, because of the mask, we have problem in hearing. So, is the city can consider some, like when you go to something like this here, so when we are talking, we can take off this mask?
No, the city manager and the commissioners have all come together as a group to discuss what needs to be done here, and they sit up there the same way you sit up there and down here, so everybody's kind of spaced out. If,
We can just encourage you to
They
really
would've
lean
thought
into
about
the
that.
mics.
Yes.
That'd be about it.
but yeah, you can't take your masks off in City Hall.
Okay.
The commissioners don't either. The commissioners and the mayor keep their masks on also.
Okay, okay, thank you. Any comments, Member Stewart?
Yeah. So I, first of all, would just like to thank all the members of the board and, the, city commissioners for my appointment. Attorney Sneed, is there a, particular reason why, when we have the case history presented to us, why we can't get, the city's recommendation or, for the amount of time or for the proposed fine to be included? Is there anything legally barring them
No,
from-
they,
No, it's-
no, there's not. I mean, they can put it on your,
For the record.
Yeah,
they could add it, I guess, in, but they give it in the recommendation typically.
right. yeah, I'm just making the point of, I mean, we made one, I made one mistake based on counting days and things like that. So
Yeah, I think they're probably gonna look at maybe, instead of saying 15 days, giving you an actual date. That would probably make it a little
Yes.
cleaner.
And this is something we don't have to do legally, we just do it as a recommendation. The board
Yeah.
can do whatever they want to.
at the end of
Right.
the day.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have to make a recommendation at all, but typically the board wants to hear what the officer thinks. So that's why they do it.
And another thing, things change all the way up to the day. So we have to take that into consideration as well. So,
Yep.
okay. Member Mann, any comment?
Oh, no, just everybody continue to be safe, and you talked about, there was a good question about the shields they call them, but at this time, like, just remain, like you said, stay safe.
Okay.
Just welcome Mr. Stewart, good input, and thank you, Vice Chair, for stepping in. I know it's a lot more difficult with the mask and me not hearing Mr. Mercer's section, so I apologize for that.
You had a lot more help.
Yeah. So thank you.
Well, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I just
Mr.
wanna,
Lance?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
just wanna echo, welcome, Member Stewart. We have a full board now. And what I understand, the city clerk said there's one more that has applied, so that would be an alternate member, so we're cooking here.
Oh,
Wonderful.
okay.
So thank you all, and thank you to all the citizens that came into compliance this month.
Okay, thank you. And,
No comments. Thank you.
okay. Well, with that, my comments would be again, welcome. Mr. Stewart, I see that you're very well versed in this, so you're definitely going to be an asset. And with that, meeting adjourned.
Thank you.